Hey guys, come on in. All right, let's chat. Book club. Let's talk about this book. So the book is How Not to Let Anyone Dull Your Sparkle by Doreen Virtue. So I'm excited to chat with you about this. If you're not watching live, doesn't matter. Come in, comment. I'd love to hear from you about it. All right, let me pull you a card. Let me pull you a card. Let's see. Power. Oh, what a good one, especially for this book too, right? Can you see? Awesome. So I love this card. How does that card hit you? Take a second to just think about it. What does that card mean to you? What might the angels want you to be thinking about power? Where's the message for you there? Whenever I get this card, I think about, what's the big thing on my mind or in my heart that I'm really thinking, about or trying to manifest and work on? And why might I not have my power in the right place? Am I feeling like there are other factors outside of myself that are bigger or more powerful than me to get something? So whenever I draw that card, I really look at what's my main focus right now? What am I really working towards? And why might my power be a little off in that area? Or how could I adjust it to do it a little bit better? Okay, makes sense? All right, I love that card. And also I'm here, sans makeup tonight, just because. I didn't have it in me. We had my son's birthday party on Saturday. Then we had a birthday celebration on Sunday. His actual birthday, he turned 7, was Sunday. And then we had Easter. So I'm just like, I feel a little sleepy zombie walking around-ish today. And makeup just didn't happen. But, that's how it goes. Showing up real, right? All right, so I would love to hear from you what you thought of the book. And the very first thing I'd love to hear about is how you would rate it. So scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best rating that you could give it, and 1 being the worst rating you could give it. Where does it fall for you? Where are you thinking, this book falls? I would love to hear that and know that from you. So for me, I gave the book a 6. So I did really like the book. I did really like the subject of it, and I really liked all of the intense research that she had done on the effects of stress. I really liked learning about the PTSD and all of the stuff that she had in, what was it, PTSR. I really enjoyed reading and understanding more about that. That was really fascinating. Now, I love Doreen Virtue. I think she's amazing. She is a researcher, right? Like, she goes very deep into researching certain things. And I just got a little bored in the talking so much about nutrition and foods that add to stress and outside stressors. And maybe if you were reading the book, I did it on Audible, so I'd love your opinion if maybe you read it. Maybe if you were reading it, it was easier to skim or something, but she would just keep listing things. And that made me feel bored. I loved the subject matter. I loved understanding stress better. I think it's something that we all need to get better, but I got bored in that, too far. She went too far into that. I felt like that it should have been maybe even titled differently. I was looking for more about keeping your energy in a good place and how to react to when people are trying to tear you down. I was sort of thinking more along those lines for the book, and I don't really felt like she got too much into that, little things. So I felt, for the title and the description of the book, what was actually there was a little bit misleading. I still love Doreen, and I'm so glad I read the book, but I just felt a little disappointed, and she went too far into the nutrition piece of it. Had it been a book about how nutrition affects your stress levels, awesome. I think she could have just kind of briefly gone into that in this book, and that would have been better. So that's my 2 cents. Hey Sharon, she says she gives it a 2. I couldn't get into this at all, gave up after about 75 pages. Yeah. Not my favorite. I did love the subject matter. It was hard to get into. I completely agree with you on that. I did love the subject matter. I am kind of a geek about outside stuff causing stress. Like I do really love to learn about that, but even still, it just felt like it went too far and too deep into that stuff that I wasn't really super excited about. But yeah, it was hard to get into and to stay interested in. You know, I like to read books that you just can't wait to get back in and read another page. And this wasn't that. I was interested in the information while I was listening to it, because, you know, I like to do Audible. But I wasn't like looking for it or excited to go back to it when I wasn't. So again, anything by Doreen Virtue is going to have a lot of research in there. And that's just always part of what she does. She goes very deeply into stuff. It's, you know, I think it's one of her archetypes as like a researcher. But yeah, it was a bit dry. I would have loved more real life examples, hearing her talk about clients, hearing her talk. I mean, she's led such a fascinating life, hearing her talk about like her own life and how she dealt with stress. I loved the idea or the things she talked about with being like histamine addiction. I felt like that made so much sense for so many people. I really loved that piece. Yeah, but again, like the listing of all the foods that do what, and I got bored. But I also have a short attention span. So if something goes too far deep into something, it doesn't tend to hold my attention. So yeah. Sharon says, me too, the book needs to grab me for the beginning and keep me looking forward to coming back. Absolutely. We're all busy, right? We got a lot going on. So to read a book that's not fantastic is hard, right? But the beautiful thing about book clubs is it makes you try books, right? So we have that. And Sharon, I'm glad that you're here live because I feel like I'm just chatting with you right now, but hopefully you guys will come in later and tell us your ratings for the book. But Sharon, if you have anything else you want to add about the book, please feel free. Or if you have any questions, go right ahead. But I do want to tell you what the next book is. So this book has been on my list for a long time. And I actually oddly have read like excerpts of this book. So I want to read the whole thing. So we're gonna do this one next. And it's Rising Strong by Brene Brown. So I'm gonna put that across the screen right now. I love Brene Brown. So that will be our next book. But I will also post that in the group probably tomorrow, just so that you know, and you can go back and find it. So that's going to be our next book. I'm excited about that. I love most everything that Brene Brown does. So I think that'll be a good one. I've read a few of her books, but I haven't read this one fully yet. So I think that will be a fun one. So we're going to do that one next. If you have book suggestions that you want to send in, please feel free. I always love having other opinions as well. I always look through reviews and get recommendations from people, and I try to keep them, you know, along the spiritual rebel lines, but also switching up, you know, so we're not reading the same things over and over again by the same authors, you know, really having different voices. So I do try to do that, but feel free. And then stay tuned because I have a lot of exciting stuff coming into this group next month. I'm really excited about it. So I try to keep things fresh and new and different. So we're going to actually be doing some live coaching, which I will be selecting some of you to be on videos with me and coach you on the spot about the topic that we're talking about for the month, or if it's just something that you're going through that I think will help everybody. And if you're selected for that, it's free because awesome, right? And even if you're not selected, watching that, you'll gain so much from that. You really, really will, just to watch someone else, because we all go through such similar things. So yeah, so we're going to be doing that, plus a lot of other, a couple of people have said they'd love extra support in like accountability, getting the work done. So we're going to add in some cool ways to do that, including some prize giveaways, and making you eligible for more fun things if you do and you're posting about doing the work. So that will all be there too. And you can always send me your suggestions and ideas. I love hearing them from you because my goal is to always serve you the best that I possibly can. So please send those in. Sharon says she loves Brene Brown, read Daring greatly and loved it. Yes, that was an excellent book. I agree. I love Brene Brown too. Sharon says The Alchemist. Yes, I read The Alchemist too. That was a fantastic book. I very much agree. And actually not a hard read either. I feel like you could even do those at the same time as another book. That's a really cool, excellent book. I love that one too. So great suggestion, Sharon. All right, I'm going to sign off. Hopefully come on in and tell me what you thought. And I'll see you in about 6 weeks for the next book club. I'll post the date and I'll post the book name again. Just in the group so that you can see it. Thanks for being here, Sharon, my lone video viewer for tonight. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that you guys all had a really good Patriots Day, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye. Good night.